Alright guys, how you doing? Finally getting to this video here. And so where I'm at is in the app. The app was updated recently. I don't know if you caught those emails or not, but it was updated. That was a vehicle that you heard. I'm recording this on my phone right now. Mobily to show you what things are like on the phone. Most people probably are using their phone at this point. If somebody needs a desktop video, send me a message and let me know. I want to make it. I have a lot of other things to do as well that for the long-term value of this project. So I'll get to it. But if somebody really needs it, let me know and I can make it a higher priority. And it's no problem. So, as I said in my message or my email, we updated to include both, Ethereum and Phantom network, and that's the button that allows you to change networks. So to do that, I'd either at this point have to switch wallets or change the network. So we'll dismiss that. And to change the network in MetaMask, you go into settings, network, and then you add a network, which I'm gonna have to send a separate video on that. How to add the Phantom network. And again, if somebody really wants to see that, send me a message and let me know that you do want to be included on that. But right here, these are the different test networks for Ethereum. Right now, Goerli is the one that's being used the most, by far. And then, of course, there's Ethereum main. These are additional networks that I have on here that are associated with developing applications or decentralized applications, actually. And these are just what are known as Web3 providers, and that's where we would enter the information for Phantom. So you would go in here, populate that with the appropriate information, save, and then back out. And then, to show you what I'm talking about here. And incidentally, Polygon, that is something I want to add as a, but you have to put the contracts on a Polygon network. And then at the same time, anybody that the logic is linking to, also their tokens have to be on Polygon. It's a long process with the way things are at this point. So it's probably why, it is why you don't see so many out there initially, because people wait and then it reaches an inflection point and then everybody kind of goes at once type of thing. But let me back out of here. So I gotta switch back to Ethereum. And just let that happen here. These are the other ways you can connect to the app. Give a lot of ways here. These are hardware wallets. There's your Coinbase wallet. Portis, Fortmatic, Taurus, they're all, you know, very security-minded applications that interface and allow people to connect to Ethereum. There's the Trust Wallet. A lot of people use that. I use that wallet. These are relatively newer that I don't know much about, to be honest with you, but I know people use them. Status, that is like a social network type of token. That's an interesting project there. But I like my MetaMask. Trust Wallet's alright too. But Wallet Connect is nice. With Wallet Connect, you can literally connect to anything. To any wallet. I shouldn't say anything. There's got to be limitations, but you can connect to quite a bit. So, we'll dismiss this. We even have this down here. What is a wallet? You know? It's just... There is information out here. Let's get this. Let's see what's going on here. So, you know, it's relatively straightforward. There's your wallet. There's Yearn's Iron Bank, Yearn's Vaults. And that's where we're going to house the components of the neural arbitrage valve, which the system, the big focus of that overall long term is that will be a complete product when the Quantum 1 ecosystem is launched. So even though the stuff is live out here right now, what I'm going to do and what I've been talking about is just taking what's here and using that as a partial foundation to create the framework on Quantum 1. So I'm going to use this and take the data that is generated from the transactions and use that along with many other transactions that occur throughout the various blockchains and in the world, really. It doesn't matter what economic sector that we're talking about. Arbitrage can be found anywhere, in any market, in any economy, anywhere in the world. And so we're going to take data from those sources. It's pretty broad, but it is what it is. And then the application, the software, is going to learn from that data and develop a neural network to then continue learning from various events, looking for patterns and being able to forecast when a similar circumstance may happen again, or whether it's a couple weeks away, maybe months, maybe minutes. But it will specialize in determining those things, calculating those things, and eventually it will be in a quantum secure ecosystem, which means it will be incredibly fast. And if we can get there, have everything ready to do that, when Quantum 1 is released and we finish testing with what's known as the Saber key encapsulation mechanism. Things could be, we'll have one of the most amazing systems in the entire world. It's very possible, you know. But anyway, so to show you this, sorry, I went off on a tangent there, but to show you the app, so you go into your wallet. Yeah, it's gonna not work on me. It's working. I think, let me see here. Let me just switch this up. Back to here. And then back to here. There. Okay. That's the token that's in my wallet presently. They're called AnySwap. Very good project, and if time permits, I'm actually going to integrate some of their functionality into things, but we'll see how things go. You need to get the funding going and get a developer on board, so which we'll talk more about. Anyway, then we're going to go into the vaults. And these are the portals to optimize your rewards. And we're talking wow, 205%. Let me look at this here. That can't be right. That's ridiculous. Sometimes, though, there's moments of severe and significant volatility that, wow, 205%. I gotta look at that. Something's gotta be going on. So this is what's known as the true US dollar. I mean, we got all the information right there now. It really helps people out. So if you have questions, just look through it. And some of them will be answered, not all of them, sure. But let me know, though, if you do. So back. And we're just waiting for this to refresh again here. Okay. Sushi Swap. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. They are a token. The value of the token has gone up significantly in the last 6 months. A lot of not a lot, some of the functionality within this app or DApp is associated with and linked to Sushi Swap. And so if you have their token, you can deposit it right here into this optimization portal. Okay, so the portal and the pool that this is linked to, there's $1.7 million in there roughly right now, and it's averaging a return of 53.67% APY, which is insane. There's the information. It's pretty cool. And Yearn did a hell of a job with their strategies. And that's why my app is the way it is at this point because I know that they know what they're doing, and that if I utilize that, their methodologies as a framework for a much wider ranging product with a much longer term view, and also integrate that with other great ideas, some of them my own. It has great potential. So, but one of the things I like most about, where this is going in Quantum One in general, is that for every project that I integrate, work with, or use in terms of source coding or the applications themselves, or the blockchains themselves, even research papers, or anybody that contributed in such a way, they will get Quantum One tokens just because that's what we're doing. We're giving back to everybody. Any source that I refer to and or utilizing the overall framework, they'll be taken care of. And I think it's really important to do that. So, we'll go into this one that's pulling 49% at the moment. I think it's synthetics, yep. Similar, 1.1 million. And there we go. So if I had that token right there, the synthetics USD, deposited into here, approve, deposit, boom, 49%. And then withdrawing is just as easy. You withdraw and pull it back in, and there, you go from there. But once I have, more money in here, I could actually show you some transactions, and mess around with that. But nah, what I'll do, and it's got me thinking, is the next time I run actual tests on various networks, with this, for something like this, I'll show you, what it's like from that perspective and following up. But, many of you know, I think, anyway, you've sent transactions and received them and whatnot. So, you're probably all right. Yeah, very nice there. Little chart. The settings, I don't know if you checked that out, but there are theme options. Well, this is important, the slippage tolerance. So slippage is the amount of money, basically, or crypto, price differential from the actual quote you're quoted when you hit approve, versus what actually is paid out. So let's say your quote comes in at $2 and, it executes at $2.75. That difference is slippage and the slippage percentage. So you go in here and, if you're okay with a higher, if you're more tolerant of that, by higher amounts, you can adjust that 1, 2, 3%. It depends on the situation. For me, usually I'll be higher in tolerance because I want the transaction to go through. I don't want to sit there and wait for it, so I just do what I do. But here's the different themes. We we just switched to mono dark. Okay, so we'll go back home. And there's the change there. And there's Cypherpunk. Got a little bit for everyone in this app here. You know, I like these colors. The old classic. Classic background is not too shabby. But this is the one that I like. This is the the theme of DeFi, in terms of colors. So gonna go into the Iron Bank here. This is another Yearn. Basically, it's a portal basically to Yearn's Iron Bank. So this is, I guess, if you're not into all the fancy bells and whistles and earning at, that higher percentage, and tolerating the risk that comes with it, those numbers fluctuate. They're not always going to be at 50%. So, but you might have a fluctuation down to 25, something like that, in a couple hours, and it goes back up. But in general, there's relative stability over a longer period. You may not want to do all that, but then again, it may work out for you. So I just exercise caution with everything. And just be sure of what your goals are, and everything you're doing, whether it has anything to do with this DeFi or not, in crypto in general. Just read about it. It's interesting. Just about everything that people encounter every single day. There's many redundant processes that are unnecessary, that cost you time and money, and that's where the blockchain and better systems, more aware and connected systems will, at the same time, increase your privacy, security, and put more money in your pocket. But going back, same type of thing. You have money in here, you hit approve, there's the APR. It's relatively straightforward. But this is what we got right now. And the bigger picture, the most important thing that has happened in the last year is how I modified Cardano and added several significant features to it, and it can't be understated. I mean, it can run enterprises. Blockchains like that can literally run an enterprise. No problem. So it's just all about, at this point, getting a couple people in the blockchain world and or funding world on board with the whole concept and idea, which is, one of the reasons why I wrote that white paper. The high-level white paper. It's just ideas, basically, in an outline format. A framework for refinement and just better ideas. So, anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that. Give me a shout if you have any other questions. And, check. I've been updating the white paper. And that's updated all the time on Scribe. It's also updated at the website. Waiting on hearing back from a couple outlets for IDOs and or seed funding. And maybe in the next couple days I'll be running my own little version of this crowdfunding, which again, I mean, people are going to get tokens. They're going to get at a price of $125 each. If this one that I'm trying to get off the ground right now, that's where that one will be at. But there's other ones and other opportunities. I don't know where those price points may lie. Somewhere in that range, though, perhaps higher. But from there, the price points will go up. And if you do it in stages, the earliest stage are the lowest prices. So we'll see how things go, and I'll keep you guys updated. And we're, like I noted on the website, we are rebranding to Quantum One. I noticed that there is another project out there that has a similar name to DeFi, and I just never saw it before. And I happened to come across it, and it just cemented the whole idea of rebranding to begin with. So, but I think it's going to be beneficial, big time. And I already have the domain, and it's the domain is quantum1.network. And that website, new website, will be up soon. In the next couple weeks. So, yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Talk to you soon.